with another video and really an update on thought processes I've been having. Oh, real quick, I got a bookshelf and this mirror. I forgot to point that out, but that's there. Now, hopefully this looks correct. I've been trying to get everything proper, and I'm hoping it's not crooked and weird, but if it is, then y'all just gonna have to accept me as I am, okay? But yes. Now, what are the thought processes you've been having, Sammy? What are they? Well, as you guys know, I moved from New York to Atlanta, and in my last video I was talking about how I'm gonna start dating out here officially and see how that goes. And first of all, let me just start off by saying I personally have been having a pleasant experience with the dates and the dating aspects. However, I have been noticing some things and having some realizations as I notice these things, and they just keep reoccurring in my mind. I'm like, nah, I know other people feel this way and I need to speak on it, so I'm gonna do that. Now, if you guys remember the last video, my update, I was talking about, oh my god, everybody here is so fine. Why is everybody so fine? Basically. Guys, on my dating experiences out here, I've seen a lot of, so in my research, I've seen a lot of people be like, girl, the dating out here is ghetto. It's this, it's that. And I believe it to be true. And I'm sure people are probably going to look at this video and be like, girl, why would you move out there? The dating is trash or whatever, the options, da, da, da. And he's like, yo, good luck if you're trying to find a relationship out here because everyone is just on some casual vibes. And I was like, and now that I've been here for a little bit longer and I'm a little bit more seasoned in the environment, and as I said before, observing my environment, I'm noticing that the guys who are considered fine, like conventionally fine, also seem to be expecting the woman to do the heavy lifting in the courting or dating process. That's what I'm noticing. That's what I'm seeing. It's weird. Okay, let me just give y'all some context. I am using a dating app.
It is so nice to talk to you.
Same.
Come on, Wojak, ask her out.
Although I do meet people in the real world and such as. However, I feel like a dating app makes the most sense for me right now because it allows me to see what's out there and have access to different kinds of people in a more condensed format, as in I have multiple options available at a time, as opposed to in the real world you might see all kinds of people, all kinds of fine, all kinds of everything. However, does that translate into an interaction, a meet and greet, conversation, numbers exchange, dates? Does that actually translate into those things, or do you just see them outside? You see what I'm saying? I know some of the girls out here will be like, this is what you need to do: get dressed, put on them heels, get your makeup done, your lash, everything, make sure it's done, and then go to a cigar lounge and just sit down and wait, or go to the bar and just wait. And all these men, all these high value men are gonna just be coming to you, girl. And I'm like, kudos to you if that works for you. For me, it just feels very awkward and weird to approach dating like that. I think it makes sense if you have a goal in mind to find a sugar daddy or a rich husband to come swoop you up or something like that. I understand if that's your sole intention, are those aspects. But when it comes to me and what I desire from my life, I want the holistic experience, and I want it to be organic, genuine. I do want someone who is a provider and all those things, but I don't want to feel like I have to lay down in front of them and just wait. I don't know. It just feels weird. I don't want to bait myself and just wait for a suitor. I would rather, if I'm meeting someone in real life, it's a real life organic interaction that led to it. Or if I'm meeting someone in an app, it's also an organic connection that led to it progressing beyond the app. Hope that makes sense. So yes, because even I've seen men in public, it's they do this little weird back and forth glance with you, what women do to men when we're flirting. They do that, and then that's it. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do with that? Am I supposed to come get you? I'm not gonna come bag you up if that's what you thought. So I guess that's it then.
A New York City girl. Don't change for nobody.
So circling back to what I'm noticing, that's what I'm seeing. And I'm sure this isn't exclusive to Atlanta. It kind of feels feels like the dating landscape these days is kind of positioned that way because we have these stupid ass gender wars on the internet, and it's emboldening people. It's creating this delusion with people to put themselves on a pedestal in comparison to the opposite gender and be on some I'm the prize, you the prize, who the prize.
The mouse from Tom and Jerry.
Hold up.
And to me, I think a healthy, sustainable, functional relationship is the prize, not the man or the woman as entities. That's my thought process. So I think that the mentality becoming so popular on the internet does translate into real life delusion, where men and women are going out here and kind of treating the dating game as if it's just like, what are you doing for me? And it's just weird. But yeah, so just putting that out there because I know it's not just Atlanta. I know it's just a thing these days. Like, it's just a thing. If you're having an experience like this or you're noticing these things or observing them, please share your thoughts in the comments because I want to know, like, am I bugging or is this really the reality? 'Cause I think I'm spot on, but maybe y'all are having a different experience than me. But yeah, so that's what the in real life thing is like. They just I fuck you to death and then don't do nothing else. Or on the app, so here's this is why I love the app thing, right? Because you can put your specifications, right? You can say who you are, whatever, and what you're looking for, and then whoever comes your way, you decide to match with them or not, right? Now, on my situation, I made it clear that I'm monogamous in my relationship type, and as far as my relationship goals, long-term relationship, that's what I'm checking for. That's what I have time for. But then I'll see someone who is non-monogamous and figuring out their relationship type or looking for a short-term relationship saunter on into my match attempts. And I'm looking at it like, nigga, do you not read? What are you doing, right? I'll see stuff like that. Or I'll see some guys who are attractive and let's say they initiate the match and then I'll match back and then that's it. And I'm sitting here like, so was I supposed to initiate the conversation with you? Like, you came to me because you are seeking a connection with me. Why would I come to you now and start the process? Now, I know that people have this school of thought where they're like, men and women are equal, we're the same, and therefore if men shooting their shot, women gotta shoot their shot too. And I just don't agree with that entirely. I understand. I think it all depends on your personality type and what you're attracted to. There are some women who are more assertive in those aspects, and there are some men who like that. But I don't think it should be a generalized thing where women as a whole should be shooting their shot at men as a whole. I don't feel that way. I think it's very person to person and more of an intuitive thing. For me, I do not feel attracted to that. I don't want to be with a guy who I have to shoot my shot to get him or I have to go to him and make it happen. I want the guy who is a doer, who he is going to pursue me, because I want that to be the tone for the relationship, for the dynamic, where I am in my feminine, and just by nature, if you understand what feminine is, it's more of the receptor of things and the amplifier of things, right? And the man is the doer. He's the more active role in the dynamic. That doesn't mean that I don't do anything and he does everything and stuff like it. Just means that's the ebb and flow. Just like the tides in the ocean, it gives, it takes, right? It's a flow. There's no forcing. It just is. And therefore, that's what I find more attractive. And I'm speaking from a place of experience because I didn't always feel this way. And I have been in dating scenarios where I felt like I had to do more because the guy wasn't doing as much. And when I think back and really consider the timeline of it, is like he may have started off doing, and that's what made me interested in the first place, because he did. And then as time will go on, they start to relax and let you be the doer more so. Or if they're entertaining other options, they start to treat you like you're just one of the rotation. You're just one on the conveyor belts. And I don't like that feeling. And I don't like feeling like I have to do too much. You see what I'm saying? And this just made me think of, I'm sure y'all remember, I think it was last year, I did a video where it's talking about men and women need each other. And when you're in the presence of a man who's in his masculine form, it makes you want to do more for them, so on and so forth. And I still feel that way, but there's one thing that I didn't specify in that video, and I wish that I said it, but it's like I was so caught up in the flow. But I'm gonna say it now. When I was talking about, because I was like, oh, you know, all of a sudden I want to do laundry and basic things are giving me a pep in my step. Although I was realizing in that moment, like, oh, I understand why the gender roles exist. I see how it would come into play. I see it now. I wasn't doing those things for this nigga. I wasn't doing his laundry. I wasn't cleaning his house and the most I did was make us a little breakfast situation, but it was like for both of us, not like I'm making him. And even that, when I think back, I was like, that was a bit much. That was generous, very generous. But, you know, I had to eat too, so, you know, whatever. But yes, I want to specify that I don't believe that women should be doing too much to get men or get the attention of men or get the respect or pursuit of a man. I think as far as gender roles and traditional values are concerned, they did get something right when they said that men should be the one courting the woman. I feel that that's correct. My life experience and my observations have helped me conclude that that's correct. And that's what I feel attracted to. That's what I align with the most. And therefore, that's what I want to experience when I'm out here dating. And so when I see men, whether in real life or in these apps on the internet, and they have that energy of they want me to pursue them, I'm automatically disgusted. I'm automatically disgusted. I'm like, ugh, ew, no. Like there's this one guy, a grown man too, and you could just see it, that he's the type that he's accustomed to women like swooning over him. You can just see it. That he felt that after he shot his shot at me and I accepted and like opened the floor for something more to occur, you can see that he was the type who felt that I was supposed to do the rest. Like, all right, look, girl, you lucky to be with me. You lucky I was even checking for you, girl. Like, that's the energy. And I was like, nigga, unmatched. Like, the fuck? I let him sit there for a minute just to see how long it would take him to like make a move towards me, and he didn't make no moves at all. And so I deleted that unmatched and kept it moving. It's like, what? I see people talk about, oh, these men are, they sassy, girl, they sassy. And it's like, I don't want to shame men out of being multifaceted, and I don't want to make it seem like if they're not doing certain things and that must mean XYZ about them. However, I understand where the sass narrative comes to play, because some of them really do feel like what they're like God's gift to women. And it's like, I don't, where did I see this? I saw this somewhere where someone was like, I think it was on TikTok, where someone was like how he used to think he was God's gift to women, and then he learned that he was actually God's curse to women. Like he had to have that realization process and healing journey. But a lot of these niggas are not God's gift. They are God's curse until they get it the fuck together. And so whenever I come across someone who seems to have that mentality, it just repulses me. It's like, ew. Like there was someone who I was like talking to for a period of time when I was in New York. I mentioned that person in my last video, saying it was like a long distance thing. And I realized I had to really think to myself, like, what was it that made me attracted to this person? And I realized that it's like, because I was in New York and I knew I wanted to leave, I didn't feel invested in dating out there. Because I felt like I'm going to be gone within a year or less. So why would I take on a dating project on purpose? You know what I'm saying? So because that was the mentality I was in a transitionary period of life. Having someone who was not really prepared to have like a full-blown committed relationship process felt like a good idea at the time, because it was like, okay, I'm not ready to be in something committed right now, and he's not ready for that either. So this could be like a good portion of time for us to get to know each other and then see where it goes.
I was wrong.
When I look back, I realized that was just me, like, how do you say? I wasn't ready for something, and therefore I aligned with someone else who wasn't ready for that thing.
Accountability.
In my mind, I figured as I go through this transition and things start to make sense, like I get my apartment, I start the move, everything like that, then the relationship can progress too. Like I just felt like it would be natural.
I was wrong.
But to be honest, is like what I'm learning and have seen is that both people have to be ready for something.
Hashtag preach.
There's no planning for the future or hoping for a shift, because you don't have control over another person's shift. You only have control over yourself. So for me, I just didn't need to be dating at that time, right? Because I just wasn't ready for it. Now I'm ready for it, and therefore I want someone else who's ready for it. I don't want nobody playing in my face. Okay, I'm ready for a dating experience, and therefore are you? Yes? Cool. I don't want anybody that's talking about some I don't know yet, or I just want something short term. Okay, go find that with somebody else. Leave me the fuck alone. You see what I'm saying? So yes, that's what it's been like. That's what I've been noticing. But on the flip side, I have been seeing that when you come across a man who is ready for those things, baby, nothing is stopping him from making it happen. Like, nothing is stopping. I've been on some dates, and like I said earlier in the video, my like actual going on dates experience has been very pleasant. I've been enjoying myself, and it's been very refreshing too, because it's like, this is what I wanted. Like, I wanted the feeling of being pursued intentionally with like a big picture focus, you know, not on some pursued because he trying to get some kitty. I know that that's what men want in general, but like also too pursuing because they want a relationship. They want someone to build with. And when I say build, I mean like build a relationship together, not build themselves up. Yo, we gotta put that Jadena clip when he's talking about how he built himself off the backs of other women.
I robbed some women of their baby making years, dragging them along. They built me up. Look at me now. And look at them. It's horrific, man.
That is a cautionary tale. There's so many men like that, and I don't want to villainize them because everyone is a work in progress, but at the same time, I do want to say that when we see traits of those things in men, ladies, we have to stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stay the fuck away from them. All they're gonna do is stress you out and have you in a position of feeling lack because you're not getting enough from them. You're always the one doing for them, and they're the ones taking from you because you're putting so much of your energy and investing so much of yourself into their developments, and they're not doing it on their own. Men like that, they don't deserve nothing from us. Let them figure it out on their own.
Preach to him, Mira, preach.
Everyone on this earth has to have an individual journey of self-development. And yes, you can have help and you can tap into resources, but you should never be using another person for their emotional investment, their romantic love, and all of those things in order to help boost you up in your process. No. Never. And never let them do that to you. And again, speaking from experience, all it does is leave you feeling empty, leave you feeling taken advantage of, or like not valued for who you truly are. And now you're left to pick up the pieces in your own life, because again, we have to do it in our own journey. So now they just racked up all this stuff from you. They go on with their life, and now you have to pick up the pieces and build yourself back up again before, like, it's not worth it. Let me just put that, it's not worth it. Leave men like that the fuck where they at, let them figure it out. And so what I'm seeing when I'm looking through these options in the dating app, and I'm seeing is like, you see, it's so interesting. Like, I'm having so many thoughts. It's so interesting because it's like, it's allowing me to filter through these kinds of people and like get closer to the types that I want. Like, there'll be the process of the match, and then there's the conversation. Who initiates the conversation says a lot, right? And then from the conversation is, what are they talking about? From that, it's had experiences with a couple guys who were like, yo, I really want to take you out. Or I've even had people say, I'm going to plan a date for us. And I'm like, cool, where's the date? It has never happened. They never did it. They never planned. They were just chatting.
Yikes.
And you realize it's like, damn, if I was the type of woman who was just impressed by the words right now, I would have been hitting him up like, hey, what about that date that you said you was going to... Baby, I'm not going to do that. I'm not following up with you on what you said you were going to do. I only have time. I only am receptive to men who are in their healthy masculine energy.
Amen.
I'm only receptive to men who are about that action in a healthy way. I'm only receptive to men who are doers in a healthy way, who their word means something. If they say they're going to do it, baby, believe that is getting done. You don't have to doubt it. You don't have to second guess. You don't have to follow up because they said it. And so it's done. That's the kind of man that I'm receptive to. But the men who are on some just chat, just bagalon talking, just chat, all this shit that they're gonna do, I have nothing for you, babes. Stay over there. Stay over there, okay? Like, please. And I even have been reflecting on dating experiences that I've had with people who I gave them the time of day based off them saying what they were gonna do. And at the moment, I didn't realize this was happening, but in retrospect, I realized I was losing respect for them bit by bit, brick by brick, piece by piece. It was just getting chiseled away, my respects. I was just looking at them like, what kind of man says something and then doesn't do it? Ew, I don't like that. Ew. And I was realizing that I was starting to it was affecting my view of them and therefore affecting my expectations for the dynamic and creating this sense of disappointment within me because I'm like, I wanted it to be this because they said this and this and this was a potential, but now I'm realizing those potentials, just like it's this whole thing that happens to you in your mind and in your emotions when you give the time of day to people who are playing games. So when it comes to this dating game so far in Atlanta, for me, it's like, now I can spot them immediately. Instantly blocks. No, the answer is no. Go over there. Now, when I can see the difference so clearly, types who are only here to play in your face, and then the types who are clear about what they want and doing their due diligence to make that happen. And let me tell you, those are the ones that I'm attracted to. Even if they're not necessarily the finest or the richest, they still gotta have money though. I don't want no dusting. Y'all saw what happened with Keke Palmer. I hate that it happened to her. I hate it so much that it happened. I felt like her dress was wild, but I still don't think she deserved that at all. No woman deserves that, and it's just so terrible. But that nigga's energy was very dusty. And there are a lot of men out here with money who are also dusty in their energy because they have that sense of entitlement when it comes to women and our time and our bodies. They just feel entitled to us. Whether it's the type of nigga who is too pretty to lift a finger, or it's the type of nigga who feels like he's God's gift to all of us. Whatever, that entitlement energy is dusty. It doesn't just have to be a broke boy, okay? So this is where discernment is so important. This is why I'm so grateful for the wisdom that I've gathered through my life experience so that I can be in a position now where I can reflect on decisions that I've made and choices I've made and those outcomes, and then distill all that information and present it to you as whoever is watching this video, and maybe you're dating or maybe you're not, or whatever stage you're in life. But you get to hear from me and my own experiences that give time of day to the men who their word is bond, their actions prove their intentions, not just their words, but the actions, it's aligned, right? Men who honor the divine femininity of women and of nature, those types. And not honoring in terms of chatting. I keep emphasizing the talking part because I think with the dating app component, because so much of it is about talking first before you get to the next stage, and you see how many niggas just chat and then don't do anything else. It just is on the top of my mind to keep emphasizing that point. Don't give time of day to the niggas who are just chatting in your fucking ear. Okay, no, that's not impressive. Sweet nothings, no thank you, okay? I only have to, this is something I learned from a YouTuber I follow. She's younger than me too, but you can learn from anybody. Her thing is 𝒊𝒏𝒄𝒄. Y'all probably have seen her content. It's femininity stuff, but it's look, I am only available for healthy masculine men. That's it. I am unavailable to wounded masculine men. No. Okay? And in order for me to align with the healthy masculine, I must be the healthy feminine. And that means I had to do my own soul searching, my own work, my own due diligence to make sure that I am the kind of woman who, as soon as he sees me, he knows, oh, that's where my focus is. Point blank, period. Okay? That's it. That's all we have time for out here. So yeah, maybe in the future I'll provide more updates as to what my dating experiences have been like so far, or, whatever. But despite all the trash out here, there are some quality men as well. Those are the ones that I'm syncing up with. Thank God. And for that reason, I've been having a great time. All things considered, despite the foolishness of what I'm seeing, I'm still having an amazing time because Fortunately, the filtering process has allowed me to filter out the riffraff. Every time I see the riffraff, gone. Gone. Next, next, next. Ooh, word. Let's see. Oh, action? Cool. Follow through? Cool. Okay. We on to something now. Now we on to something. But again, still observing, as always. But yes, y'all, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Leave your thoughts, experiences, opinions, everything in the comments below. And I'll see y'all in my next video. I actually have a date later. Bye. Oh my gosh.